Prima don't change my way. This girl make me shy. Thank you for joining me. I won't take much of your time. Let's talk about life, nature, COVID, and how has it taught you. My name is Prima Shows. It's about to go down. Your thought is welcome as well. Don't forget to share the video. Hey, that's right. Hey, two for the whole time, dear. That's right. Abba. Hey. Brandon Mossy. That's right. That's right. I like her. It's about to go down. That's right. That's right. I want to say welcome to Prima Shows. It's about to go down. Today we are going to talk about, COVID and what has it taught you? What have you learned so far about COVID and what has life has also taught you as well. Don't forget to share the video. That's what I'm doing right now. That's right. That's right. Pass your mama, my body so sweet. Hey. Hey, that's right. Prima Shows. Prima don't change my way. Hey, that's right. Good music. That's right. Thank you for joining me. Hey. Oh, you want to be my guest? Thank you for joining me. One of the millions. I'll be the finest. If you want to be my guest, please let me know. We are just going to talk about life and nature and also COVID. So if you want to be my guest, just say I want to be your guest or call me and I'll do so. Hey, that's right. Good evening. Hello everyone. How are you doing? Child. Chevy. Ooh. all for joining me. Free my shows, free my shows. Hey, hey, hey. Free my shows. Hey. Aha. You know the name, right? Friends who make to me. What did not be a woman? You are for being waiting for healing. Now, me share that one. Sure, me son, a year woman. I want to say thank you all for joining me. My name is Coco Butter Bruni Frema Shows. You know the name, right? That's right. The only queen in bronze. So, if you want to be my guest, just say I want to be your guest, and I will add you to the show. Now, let's talk about life, COVID, and how is life going on right now, and what have you learned so far? So when I heard about COVID and the news and everything, for me, for first, I thought it was something that is just coming and going, just like we heard about flu, we heard about polio, we heard about this, we heard about what was this one? There was something that it came. Okay, yeah, Kosibwedi, thank you. Then we heard about this COVID. Okay, so when I heard about COVID, I thought it was something that is coming and going. It's not something that is going to take so much from us. Okay, then this thing has been since January to December. We are going to the next year, and it's still a pending situation that is killing people. So I want to tell you that if you and I are still alive, you should thank God for your life, because a lot of people has been dead. A lot of people couldn't survive it. And it's not your might, it's not your power, it's by the grace of God that you have survived it. Now, when COVID came, none of us were prepared about the effect and about the impact that is going to cause us in life, right? So now a lot of people have lost their jobs, businesses has collapsed, and a lot is going on right now. And my question is, after all things that we have lost, the jobs, the company, the people, how are we going to gain all back? It's very stressful, and it's a very stressful the situation that we are in. But it's not something that we did wrong. We didn't do anything wrong. It just happened. And when we heard about this, so I thank God for my life as well, and so do you. I thank God for your life as well. Because when this thing started in China, we thought it was a joke. I guess we didn't have much education about how serious the whole thing is. So we thought it was one of those things that is a joke and is not going to last, just like other things, or it's not going to kill people as we thought. But surprisingly, this thing has killed people that we can ever think of. And my question is, what was it that we weren't aware of how much it's going to cause, the damage and everything, or it's just that we didn't care, or we ignore the consequences of it? Now, the reason why I'm making this video, because when you walk around Ghana, people are like, oh, well, this disease doesn't kill people in Ghana, or people who are under the safari, what do you call it, because of the sunshine and everything. It's for people who based in abroad and all that, and the cold weather and everything. So people are still not paying attention to it. People are still not being curious about disease. People are still not washing their hands. People are still just eating without taking precautions of everything. Then my question is, some people even have a question that this disease is not real. It's all about politics and all that. If it happens that your loved ones or someone close to you having been infected or has not been dead, that doesn't mean it's not real. This disease is real. It's there, and I want you to take good care of yourself. Now, our businesses, a lot of business has been collapsed, especially restaurant business, and also those who do traveling for imports and exports and all that. There's not much going on. But my question is, how are we coping it? How are we surviving it? And how is life treating us during this COVID Is it going to be over so that we can pick our life back together? Or is this something that is going to live with us so that we are going to live a fearful life? What do you think? And what do I think? What I think is that it's about time we make our mind that this disease is about to live with us. It's something that's somehow, somewhere, if the vaccination is available or not, it will happen. You may end up getting it one way or the other. It doesn't matter whether you go to work, whether you stay home, because I've seen people who doesn't even go to work, who has no contact with anybody, but they end up getting COVID. How did they contact it? How did they get it? That is my question. So the answer is, with or without anything, with or without, you can get it. So you have to be careful how you live your life and everything. So a lot of life, we have lost a lot of people. Was it about, is this Saturday or something? I was talking to a pastor friend of mine, and he said he went to visit one of his church member. He was told that the church member has been sick, and then when he went there, they won't allow him to go and see the church member because he was told that she has contracted the disease called COVID. Yeah, it's upsetting. So he has contracted this disease called COVID, so nobody's allowed to get close to the church member. And my question is, this lady was fine, doing her thing on social media and everything, and all of a sudden she got it. How she got it, she doesn't know. Her chance of surviving is very slim, especially if you have a low immune system. If your immune system is very low, you have to take very cautious of your life, because if you get this and you haven't get the vaccination, or you don't have a private doctor or some medication around, then your chance of surviving is very slim. Now let's talk about what medication is good for this COVID. Is there any medication? Some people are talking about chloroquine, which is normally used for malaria and all that. But my question is it really, really helpful? There hasn't been any scientifically proof, but it's just he said, she said. So you cannot take for granted. But one thing I can advise you is that if you know any medication about flu, flu medication. Flu medication is very good. So if you see the symptoms of getting flu, it's the same symptoms of getting COVID. So you never know which one is which. Okay, you never know which one is which, or which one you are contacting. So the best thing you can do is, as soon as you see yourself not feeling well, feeling feverish, or getting some runny nose, or your throat is tight, or your throat is itchy, just start taking some flu medication so that it won't be worse than it was. Okay, all right. Now, for those people who has been locked down in Ghana, who has been locked down in abroad, they have not been able to be back home or to their family, to their loved ones. What I want to tell you is that maybe where you are, if you're in abroad, you are very lucky. Guess what? They are doing free tests in so many locations in abroad, especially United States, that you can just go and get tests, and maybe 2-3 days later you can get the results. Then you know where you stand. By getting the test doesn't mean that you cannot contract the disease. Of course you can, because nobody knows how people get in contact with. So yeah. Okay, please, what audience are you talking to? Oh, which audience are you talking to? I'm talking about life in general, especially we Ghanaians, and how things have collapsed due to COVID, and how life has been during COVID, the hardship and lack of employment, lack of funds, lack of no money and all that, and how many business has collapsed. That's the audience I'm talking about in general. I'm sure I'm talking about Ghanaians because I'm a Ghanaian, but I'm sure it's also happening in other African or any other countries as well. People are losing their job, because right now I know a lot of people who has lost their job due to COVID. They are not allowing them to come to the office, especially the government employees. They are not allowing them to come to the office because they don't want them to contract the disease. So the question is, how many people are going to stay home and work from home? You are talking about Ghana. We are yet to develop. How many people can work from home, and how many people can Yes, there is hope in US and Europe as well because they already get the vaccination. But my question about vaccination though is, do we know how healthy it is? Because I know, I mean, it's too quick. In my opinion, I think the vaccination is too quick, and they are going to give it to the essential workers, especially those who work in the health center and the children who go to school and everything. But I think that the vaccination is good that they have it now. Is coming to the system, but it's too early, it's too quick. My question is, in the near future, the next 10, 20 years, won't it be any side effects of the vaccination? That is my worry. Okay, that is my worry. And vaccination about me, because ebe boy. Okay, vaccination ebe boy. But my question is the side effects. Okay, the side effect. In the near future, the next 20 years, we will be like, I have cancer because I have COVID vaccination. So I haven't seen that. And they are forcing healthcare workers to take it. That's what is unacceptable. It shouldn't be forced. It should be willingly if you want to, just like flu shot. A lot of people based in abroad, but they don't take flu shot. They don't get flu shot because when they have flu, when they get an injection, they have more flu symptoms than when they don't have it. You see? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Kwesi Wise said, in Ghana, I have not opened my college for a year, not paid them, please. What do I do to help? You see, that is what I'm talking about. So with all the people, let's say the lecturers, the teachers, and everybody who are teachers in your college, how are you going to pay them? But the question is, the college is shut down. How are you going to make funds to support yourself as a entrepreneur? And also not to talk about the people, I mean the teachers who has also lost their job. That is where my worry is. That's where my problem is. And there hasn't been any fund. There hasn't been any support from the government for private sectors, just like other, US and other places. Some people in the private businesses, they were able to receive some lump sum of money to support their business and small businesses and everything. Like somebody like you has a college. Who has a college? How are you going to submit? I mean, that's your investment, and that is where you're supposed to get your investment from. I mean, you invested in a college because you want to make something out of it, and also employ people. That is also creating job for Ghana. Now the teachers are home, the lecturers are home, and how they are not going to be paid because you are not making money. And so how are they going to be paid? My question is, how are their families surviving? Are they going to survive with this pandemic? How is life treating them? You see, there's a lot going down, and something that we need to look up to, especially the government, and also our member of parliament also need to come in and support the private sectors, private businesses, and also some people who are now unemployment, who are not now employed, because people are going through a lot. Now, let's say you were a trader that used to travel to Dubai and buy things and here and there. And my question is now, where you can go anywhere. You want to mean go baby, because no one is buying, no one is selling. There's no money in the system. Those who has money has their money, and it comes from other sources. It doesn't come in the system. That's why I always say that there is money in Ghana here, but there is no money in Ghana. When I say that, what I'm trying to say is that, yes, what I'm trying to say is that there's some people who make money through other sources. Okay, and there are some people who are making money genuinely in Ghana. And if you're making money genuinely by working like let's say civil servants and all that, like a teacher, a doctor, and nurses, entrepreneur, how can you survive? Your chance of surviving is very slim. Now, up to date, the government hasn't done anything to support the private sectors. Also, our member of parliament haven't also done anything to support the private sectors. And then the question is, how are they coping? Teachers are home, especially, even the government teachers are getting paid, but the private teachers are not being paid. I know some teachers that they are even selling credit. When I say credit, you know credit? Credit is a phone card. You sell phone card. Let's say you buy one cedi and you get profit of one cedi. But I mean, a whole teacher is selling a credit just to make ends meet to feed his family, because he worked at the private school, and the private school has not been opened. All the children has been homeschooling, so there's no money. They haven't been getting paid since, some of them haven't been paid since I think August, and it's been like forever. So my question is, how are we going to survive during this COVID, and how are we coping? Life is not easy. I've seen some people that they used to sell like provision stores and everything, and their business are going down. Now you can look at their store, there's not much in it. And when you ask them what happened, they said some people came here to loan some things and they have not been able to pay back due to the COVID, and also I've not been able to get my money to fill my store. So the store is going down, and also because there's no money in the system, people are using the same, I'm using the same thing to feed your family. How can we cope? How can we survive? It's very tough situation that we are in. And then also some people, like people who are entrepreneur, who has foundation and everything, there's no fund also going on. Like every year around this time, I have foundation called Frema Help Me Grow. If you just join me, I'm just talking about life during COVID and how life has been treating us and how things are difficult, things are right now. Now, I have a foundation called Frema Help Me Grow Foundation. And then Frema Help Me Grow Foundation, we help the villages, and we help children who are who doesn't have parents, who are orphans, and we also have people who are blind. And I have a lot of blinds. If you look at my page and if you go to Frema Help Me Grow Foundation, you will see a lot of those. And my question is, those people also need help. I need help myself, and so do my family. So how are you? You're not, things are not being the way it's supposed to be. So how am I going to support those people who I care so much about? You know what I'm saying? End of the day, whether blind or you have a sight, you still need to celebrate Christmas. Christmas is around the corner. Are we able to support our loved ones as we used to do? Are we going to provide for non-profit organization? Are we able to provide for children who are orphans and all that? It's impossible. So how come that up to this stage, nothing has been done for the needy, and haven't seen much? And the reason why maybe we haven't seen non-profit organizations giving and also distributing things, because things are also hard for everybody. So if you are going through hard times and things are being difficult for you, and things are not moving the way it's supposed to be, I want to tell you that you are not alone. It's everywhere. Whether abroad, Africa, wherever you are, things are not moving the way it's supposed to. So I was having a talk with my family member about the people on my foundation, those who are blind, and we were talking about how are they going to cope for this Christmas. I'm not talking about their daily ends meet. I'm not talking about how are they going to celebrate it with all this COVID and with all this effects that it has affected our business and no funds and all that. How are they going to cope? End of the day, they deserve to be celebrated. Well, that's a question mark. And also I'm talking about also the private sectors and also private teachers who has also lost their job, and not to talk about the nurses also. Do you know that there was a lot of private nurses in Ghana who has also lost their job as well, and they are all home? And what baffles me is that there is no other thing you can do because there is no money in the system. So how can somebody who is a nurse or a teacher started trading, who is going to buy? Now, food sellers who used to sell food on the road are all home, managing what a little money that they have or they have in savings. But yet, how are they going to spend? If you spend all your, the money that it was for your business, the money that was meant for your business, you spend all that while you are home due to this COVID. And after the COVID, how are they going to go? Would there be any funds that is going to help these people, small businesses, traders, and the nurses and the teachers who has lost their job, or what are they doing? So that is how life has been so far due to COVID. This COVID, then I want to tell you that it's not a joke. It's still here. People are dying every day. So take good care of yourself and trying to be cautious and of your life, because it's not a joke. If there is any gathering that it's not necessary for you to be there, I would say don't go, because you never know what you might get. And what baffles me is that people walk around without masks on. But the question is about Muhammad Awar, is obvious. It's obvious that we have to go through this, where other Europe and United States are also receiving funds, yet African people have not receiving anything. Yes, that's true. Well, what I want to tell you is that just protect yourself, you and your family, if you're still alive. Don't let this disease get into you. And like I said, protect yourself. If you see any symptoms that is coming, just take something to solve it. Don't wait. If you see yourself coughing, take cough medication as soon as possible. If you have a runny nose, take something to stop it. If you have anything like now, like I said earlier on, the COVID system, the COVID reaction or itself is more like flu. So if you have a flu system, if you have a flu, it feels like you also have it. I remember I went to a store, and then we were in a cube, but we still have to be like 6 feet from each other. Then there was this lady, I don't know whether she smoked or what, her throat was dry. So she cleared her throat and started coughing. Everybody disappeared from the line. It's like they seen a ghost. Well, Kwesi Boedi, I cannot tell how much people receive 150 Ghana a month. I have no idea how much the private school receive. But do you know that the problem is those people, even 150 will be considered besides, compared to not receiving nothing. But do you know that the private teachers are also being laid off because due to no funds, and the students have not been coming to school? Besides, everybody wants to protect their children. So my children are home. Why won't your children stay home so that they will be healthy? So yeah, I don't blame them. But yet they have been laid off, and some of them are really struggle to make ends meet. Like I was saying, so I see one teacher who was selling credit, and I was like, wow, that's life. How hard things can be. So be grateful for how far God has brought you, and thank God every day for the gift of life, because you never know where you have been or where life would have been with you and your loved ones. So I want to tell you that COVID is real. It is real. And so take good care of yourself and do your family as well. Let me take a tea break, and then I'll be right back. Brand the hottest girl in the world. I like her. Hey, man, don't change my word. I'm reading all your comments. All right, so like I said, I won't take much of your time. I came here to say hello to you all, and I want to encourage you. If you have a loved ones, you have a family that at this Christmas you can support them. I mean, Ghana, there are so many people due to this COVID. If you have any funds that you can support them, please do so. Especially our people in the village. That is the most people that I always worry about, because we that we live in a city, we may not be much affected, because end of the day we always get our ends meet. But those who live in the village is those who get affected most, because normally Christmas, you see people distributed rice and stuff for them so that they will feel like Christmas. But this year today is what, on the 16th, and you haven't seen much. You haven't seen anything going on. It's just because things has not been the way it is, and due to this COVID. So like I said, I won't take much of your time. I want to say thank you for joining me. And then next week, I'll see you the same time. I have a guest that I'll be interviewing. So make a time, make a date, and be here. But remember, COVID is real. Protect yourself. Whether flu or COVID, they are all also something that if you have flu, if you ever have flu before, normally we call it malaria, but sometimes malaria is not malaria, it's a flu. If you have flu symptoms, you know how stubborn it is. It's flu symptoms can even start today and it can last forever. Oh, okay, all right. I'm talking about previous. Yes, sorry, was one of you. Okay, I got you. No problem. Like if you ever have flu, people treat flu symptoms like malaria, which is not right because we know how it is. Malaria, you can get rid of it within 3 days, but flu symptoms is very, very, very stubborn, and so do COVID. So whenever you see anything coming up, if you see yourself coughing, you feel down, anything, get to see a doctor, take medication. Don't take it as a joke, because this disease is here to stay and live with us. But yet I believe that from January, since the vaccination is available, very soon I think we'll bounce back to where things were. So that take good care of yourself, protect yourself and your family. Remember to wash your hands. And also, if you normally eat in a car, please stop eating in a car, because you may not have a running water to wash your hands. You may say you use hand sanitizer, but let me tell you something. Sometimes the virus may be in your nails. So just protect yourself as you've been doing. We want to see everybody alive for 2021. And I wish you all the best. Thank you all very much for joining me. My name is Coco Batabrani Frema Shows. I want to tell you that it's going to be well. Okay, don't give up. No matter how hard it is, don't give up. There is always hope for tomorrow. I love you all, and I'll see you guys next week. And it's bye-bye from me. That's right. After this music, if you don't see me, it's bye-bye from me. I just came to talk about life and COVID and how things are right now. So I'll see you next time. Don't go nowhere. I'll see you next time, the same time. Don't change my way. Hey.